Okay, welcome back. So for this video, I'm going to talk about equations or graph equations. So here we have three given equations, but what do we do with these equations? Obviously, we cannot solve for these equations. And do you know why? Because in order to solve for an equation, we need to have another given information. Right now, we're stuck with x and y. We don't know what x and y is, or one of them. We need to be given more information in order to solve for these three equations. Let's say that from some analysis or data, I found out that y is 2. Now I can plug y in and solve for these three equations. Okay, so let's do an actual example from the textbook, which is number 11. Okay, so the equation is x minus x squared. So this equation, we can certainly graph this equation, equations. We can turn these equations into different types of graphs. We can graph it into line graph, bar graph, or pie graph. And we can represent them to, perhaps, if you're in business, we can represent these numbers that are being calculated into graphs, and we can represent it, we can present it to our clients who may be interested in these numbers, right? Because in every field that you might be going into, you're dealing with numbers and equations. So let's go back to this really quick. So let's say that we're given the point 1 and 1, and we want to find out if this given point is on the graph of this equation. We want to know if 1 and 1 is satisfy this equation. So all we have to do is plug it in. It's fairly simple. 1 is 1. Oh, oh, oops. Actually, yes, it is 1. Okay, sorry. Okay, so well, there's a discrepancy, all right? Because if we bring this over, we get 0. 0 is not this. No. So 1 and 1 is not on the graph. Let's try another one. Let's do 0 and 0. So we'll do it here. 0 equals 0 minus square root of 0. What is this? It's just 0. So ding, we got a point. So you're going to be dealing with equations throughout. So an equation is basically just, you're given this type of, some type of statement or problem, and you're also given some type of data, right? So data could be 1, it could be 0, and you want to formulate or calculate if you put this into the equation or the system, you want to see what will it give out, or the solution, which is what x will be.